Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. And it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Henry, it's 59, like the 59. Here we go. Check, crunch.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Off play action, here's White. He gets it to Brown, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The play fake, now White. They'll roll him out right. He's going deep. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
70 ending. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Got it. Check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Woo! 56. Bullet.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. To throw is White. Off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go. Mike 50,
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, White. He'll buy some time right. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. These two teams all tied after 1. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off play action. White. Got a man. It's Brown. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. First down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
And 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. White. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. On second down, it's Hill. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
That's it, baby.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here we go with Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Justice Hill. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7.
14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Man up, deep. Finds the mic.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taco Charlton able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. White looks to throw. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, White. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy, already over 100 yards here in the 1st half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
Let's get there. Watch twist. He's checking.
Here's White. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. White to throw again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's White off the play fake. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 25 yards that time. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, alert 3.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Now White, off play action. They'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Justice Hill with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Banjo. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got him. Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we